I walk in and I see my mom and dad sitting there and 12 of their white friends. And I knew it was serious because there was no charcuterie board. Out of the back room comes Jeff VanVonderen, the celebrity host of the reality show Intervention.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, Jeff, I love your show. What are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I have your autograph? He's like, no, Evan, we're here for your intervention. And I remember I was like, oh, fuck. I'm going to be on TV.
Did his presence make the situation feel more serious, more surreal?
So surreal.
So those of you out there who've been with us since season 1 know that those very special episodes of sitcoms in the 90s are a big deal here on the pod. And if you're new here, let me catch you up. There's the one where Saved by the Bell gave us Jessie Spano and her caffeine pills.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so scared!
Or the one where Full House had Stephanie's classmates pressure her to smoke.
You want to smoke? Oh, that's right. You quit. Yeah, I guess I'm just a big fan of breathing.
They tackled real things people, especially young people like the characters we grew up watching, actually face every day. Though very much unlike everyday life, these shows wrapped up major issues like bullying or abuse in a neat little 22-minute bow. It took me 10 whole narrative episodes plus a fuck ton of therapy before that to work through my own trauma. But even though my life sometimes felt like one never-ending very special episode, I wasn't actually the one getting the hard-hitting lesson at the end about drugs or alcohol. I was on the other side of it, watching someone I loved struggle with those things. And that's exactly why I wanted our guest to join me today. Evan Ayers' very special episode battling his own addiction lasted nearly a decade. Evan is a comedian who has appeared at Netflix's A Joke Festival, regularly opens for Frankie Quinones, and created and hosts the viral series Sweaty Sets, where comedians literally pay for their personal training sessions and laughs. But the credit he's most proud of? Being sober for 14 years and counting. For a decade of Evan's life, pills, alcohol, hiding, manipulating, losing friends, and finding increasingly creative ways to convince everyone, including himself, that he still had things under control took over his life. Until his family decided they'd had enough. That's where Evan's story takes one of those turns that feels so specifically, so wildly designed for the Everybody Knows But Me universe. Because when Evan finally walked into his family's intervention, out from the other room came Jeff VanVonderen. As in, Jeff VanVonderen from the actual 25-season-long TV show Intervention, a show Evan watched while he was an addict.
I'm Jeff.
Okay.
And I see a bunch of people that love you like crazy, but they feel like they're losing you, and they want to fight to get you back.
Imagine realizing your life has gotten so out of control that a person from the television show about your exact problem has crossed through the screen and entered your living room. That's the kind of fourth wall breaking Ferris Bueller couldn't even dream of.
Life moves pretty fast.
And Evan's story is genuinely hilarious at times because Evan is friggin' hilarious. It's not exactly a family secret, but more of a hidden war some people have waging deep inside themselves. That chaos just happens to spill out into the world in ways people don't always see at first and are rarely able to contain on their own. I'm Holly Brown, a comedian who knows a thing or two about what addiction can do to a family. From Next Chapter Podcasts and Companion, this is Everybody Knows But Me, the one with Evan Ayers' Celebrity Intervention.
All right, Evan, thank you so much for joining me today. And Evan, you have a different story for us this episode, which I'm really excited to bring to our listeners because we've covered a lot of family secrets on this podcast. Season 1 of the show did dive into many themes, including one of the ones we're going to talk about today. But it's also just very nice to have something that represents to our listeners a story that they haven't been able to hear before and will likely be wildly relatable and also at the same time absolutely fucking nuts.
I hope it's not relatable to everybody.
Yeah.
That means their lives are not going well.
Well, could be their parent, could be,
That's true.
there's so many factors that it could be.
True,
so I
true,
just want to
true.
thank you at first for being here.
Of course.
And then I want to start us off, which I know you came very prepared
So
for this
prepared.
answer.
I did homework.
The first show obviously revolved a lot about sitcoms.
Mhm.
And our lives can be so incredibly strange that sometimes they feel like they're not real, Truman Show-esque.
Mhm.
If you could live in any sitcom world and either maybe build your own sitcom family,
Ooh, I can build my own?
you can build your own. I know you want to.
Okay, I'll hodgepodge this answer.
I can't wait.
I'll break the rules, which I tend to do. I think if I could live in a sitcom world, it'd be my dad's Homer Simpson.
Okay,
My
yeah.
mom's Lucille Booth. Okay. My sister is Jessie Spano from
I see where this is
Saved by the
going.
Bell. And my grandpa is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Okay.
And my brothers are going to be the gang from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
This is incredible. Like you just found a bunch of people that would probably actually exist together if
Yes.
they had met.
Yeah. I want my sitcom world to be full of alcoholics and drug addicts.
I mean,
Because
you better leave that speed away from
Yeah.
Jessie or she's going to go nuts.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh, perfect tie-in for you being
I
here
know.
because I'm so excited.
Yeah. And then, I think if my family was all alcoholics, the emphasis on my alcoholism wouldn't have been so pronounced.
So pretty rude of them. is
Yeah,
what
I
you're
could have
telling me?
I could have hit it much better,
I mean,
you know?
note to future self.
Mhm.
If you're going to start an addiction,
Yes.
do it in a way that's silly and fun, like a sitcom, guys.
Yeah.
Just have silly problems. Like, I just simply can't focus in school.
Yeah.
And I can't do this dance competition.
No.
Or didn't in that episode she was in Saved by the Bell, she was in like a girl group that
A girl group.
succeeded demonstrably too fast.
Yes.
And then developed an
In all
addiction.
her studies. And so she started taking
Naturally.
speed.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I mean, I did
Didn't
take
you?
speed. Yeah. But unlike
Were you
her,
in a girl group?
it did not help me with my girl group.
No.
No. it actually didn't help me with women at all. And it-
Shocker of the century, folks. We are here to spoil
Yeah.
things.
Drug addiction does not help you with women.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like this family that you built on your own.
Yeah.
Do any of them actually resemble anything about your real life family members? I
Uh,
know what we were going for, but I am curious.
Oh, you've
if-
twisted this on me. Now we're out of my homework land.
I'm just curious. We've got Homer as a dad. We've got Lucille Bluth as a mom. Like, is there any similarities, or is this just this perfect hodgepodge of people that
Well, my
would
mom
somehow tolerate each other?
My mom was a music theater star in our hometown and an opera singer. So she does have that kind of performative
What is your
aspect.
hometown?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita. Okay.
Yes. Shout out Wichita.
All right.
No one's ever heard of it.
Never. It's.
And you shouldn't. If you want to vacation a place that's flat and boring, go to Wichita,
I don't know.
Kansas.
Sounds like where we live now, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
San Fernando Valley.
And super racist in the spring.
Oh, in the spring only?
I don't know.
Super racist. And I
Yeah.
love that as a travel thing. You'd be like,
yeah.
come here. In the winter, we've got Christmas lights adorned on our Christmas trees.
yeah.
In the spring, we have racism.
Yes, that's Kansas in a nutshell.
So your mom was an opera singer.
Yes.
And was she pretty well known throughout the town?
She was really well known in our town. Yeah.
Wow.
She traveled the country. She was an amazing opera singer.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She has her master's from voice from Yale.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
Is it small? Is it a tiny little school?
It's as small as
Pretty
Wichita.
easy to get
It's as
into?
small as Wichita.
And then your dad. So I wouldn't say that's super similar to Lucille Bluth so
Well,
far.
I just think Lucille
you
Bluth
know?
is so performative. And my mom's very performative.
Yeah.
My mom's very like, since she was an ingenue her whole life, she's
Mhm.
very like, hello, welcome to our home. And everything's very perfect and very,
Mhm.
but she's very Christian and doesn't drink. So she doesn't get the Lucille Bluth.
Boring. I'm
Boring.
kidding. I'm so
Lame.
kidding.
Lame.
I'm so kidding.
Yeah.
Healthy, boring.
I don't know if it's healthy.
Bam, 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 shots fired. Man, this episode is going to constantly have sound effects. They're like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, anything like Homer Simpson?
I think, okay, that's a hard one. My dad's really well put together, but
Mhm.
I think Homer is very hands-on. He's very involved in his family.
He is.
Yeah,
is it
I mean-
helpful sometimes? No.
Yeah, he's
but he
always
likes to
there.
try to solve problems.
Yeah, my dad's very hands-on. Homer is hands-on. He is choking Bart. My dad's not choking me, but my dad was always, and Homer's always around.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So
Present.
My dad was very present.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah,
And then you have a sister.
I have a little sister. Yeah.
Aw.
And my sister is like Jessie in the fact that she's a go-getter. I don't think she has a speed problem that we know of.
Well, we have her on the phone.
Yes, Erin.
Evan's sister.
Yeah.
We're here to confront you.
Yeah. And my sister was in music theater as well. So she was kind of like in a girl group like Jessie.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
So you built this, I like the like jokiness that you built it from, which is like, hey, there's this connective tissue to you and what we're going to talk about today with addiction. But then there's also some similarities. Turns out.
Turns freaking
out.
Subconscious mind.
Turns out, yeah, subconscious mind and sitcoms, they intersect with real life.
Wow.
Well. That's a wrap, folks. Season 1, detective over.
Yes. And I'm out of here.
Speaking of sitcoms, I want to get to know little Evan first.
Okay.
Before we dive into your backstory.
I'm still trying to learn little Evan. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Wait, did I just awe something that I shouldn't have on?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, shit, I said we could cuss on this podcast, but we can't do that.
We can't do that. We can't be sensitive.
If your life, we're here to talk about some topics of addiction. And if your life before addiction were a pilot episode of a sitcom, what would the audience need to know about you? To get to know who Evan was before this started.
Okay.
What kind of kid were you?
I think you would need to know, first of all, massive people pleaser.
Okay.
I was raised on good jobs. I was raised on attaboys. I would do anything for an attaboy.
Like a dog.
Like a dog. Yeah. Same intelligence. And playfulness. Did I tell you my wife calls me her little pug?
No, you did not. Why pug?
Because I was like, is it because they're so cute and playful? She's like, no, because I can hear them struggling to breathe with their flat nose. I do have a flat nose. It's a drug. It's a drug injury.
Get that woman on stage.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So massive people pleaser.
Yes.
Raised on needing confirmation and approval and validation.
Constantly. Yeah.
So how did that play out when you were younger before the addiction happened?
Well, what played out, I was
in pros and cons.
Mostly pros. I was a really great athlete. I got straight A's all through school.
Don't brag. Jeez. Oh my God.
Yeah. And so I did really well in school and I always got straight A's. But I think what happened to me is like, once I got a little older, I also wanted the approval of my peers very badly as well. And then I think, do you mean to jump into drugs or stay in kid land?
Jump into drugs. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think what happened to me is
that makes sense.
So I was a straight A student, really good athlete. And then when I was playing high school football, I dislocated my shoulder, had to get 2 surgeries. And after the surgeries, they gave me Oxycontin. And I got instantly hooked on Oxy because I think Oxycontin was the first time my brain and my constant need for validation shut off. And it was like, and I liked how it felt so much to not constantly be, critiquing myself based on the approval of others and like always like thinking of what you're thinking of me, even though I have no idea, but just like living my life that way. When I took Oxycontin and that turned off, it was like my first time I'd taken like a deep breath. It was just like
well, that's confusing. When at this stage, did you know the potential risks with Oxycontin, or is a doctor prescribing it to you? So you're thinking,
I think I was
with a coat gave it to me, or woman with a coat.
Yes, could be a woman. It was a man.
No. Shit.
I was in Kansas.
You're right. Shit. If it's this spring, it's definitely a white person.
This is Kansas in 2002. We weren't very progressive there.
But yeah, did you like have any potential thought of risk yet?
No, I mean, I also think I was part of the Oxycontin epidemic because I think that was at the exact time they were prescribing it. And I don't think any of the risks, the FDA was saying it was non-addictive. Remember?
Classic. Hey, we put cocaine in Coca-Cola, guys.
Yeah. I think once it entered my system, I didn't care.
It was that immediate.
It was that immediate.
The connection of what this was doing for you.
Yeah. I think the way I describe to people who aren't drug addicts what addiction is like, it's like if you take an Oxycontin, Holly, you probably would feel good. When I take an Oxycontin, it fixes me. And that's a much different reaction.
Yeah.
And anyone who suffers from addiction, I think, would relate to that. Like people who drink, they feel good. Alcoholics, when they drink, it's fixing a part of them.
Wow.
And it's like, how dare you try to take away this thing that's fixing me?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that struggle then becomes so much greater than when you're looking at something that's like, I like this about myself, though. This is the first time in a while I've actually really liked me.
Yeah.
What did that look like after that happened? And it started to obviously change your relationship with drugs. Wasn't just now, okay, this injury, now this.
Yeah.
Did it start to snowball quickly, or was it a little bit of a slow, hidden on-ramp?
I think what happened for me is I was still in high school at the time. So
Mhm.
when I was still in high school, I still was like trying to keep it all together,
Mhm.
but you know, my grades were starting to slip. And then I went to college, and then I like literally hurt my shoulder senior year. So like I started Oxy senior year. So
Mhm.
there wasn't like a long ramp of like getting me back on track. It was like, boom, now I'm in college by myself.
Yeah.
And it went fast. Yeah. Like my first semester of college, I failed every class. So I'm from a straight A student to like straight Fs.
But also, too, you mentioned you have this people pleaser desire.
hmm
How did that play out in other party scenarios around this time as this other thing was happening where you're like, hey, I've already done this and now other people are seemingly having a good time doing this other thing casually. So I'll join them in there too.
Of course. Yeah. I quickly, I mean, I remember like snorting cocaine, you know, like, I had a badge of honor that I could like snort the biggest line. Like my people
Whoa.
pleasing spun into like drug addiction,
Right.
people pleasing of trying to look cool
Mhm.
and being like, oh, you know, Evan snorted all, the state of Kansas. Like, wow. And people would talk about it and I felt cool that we'd be bragging about it. It's so stupid, but
I mean,
yeah.
but it is such a, I mean, I blame college. No.
Yeah.
I blame the college complex
Yes.
for doing this.
What has college
People-
done for anybody?
Literally name one fucking thing.
Yeah.
I didn't go to college. No, I
Yeah.
didn't go to college. But I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I think that's like a pathway to addiction that I haven't heard 100% is like people pleasiness
Mhm.
and what that kind of validation can do to both your brain. And then once you have the addiction present, how that continued to look after that.
Yeah.
When did things change? Was it this moment when your grades were tanking
No.
in college? No.
No, this went on for a decade.
Mhm.
I mean, I was on pills from 18 to 27, like straight. Like I had like a 10-year blackout. And then I tricked my doctor into prescribing me Xanax.
Addicts are good at that.
I looked up, if anyone's at home, don't do this, but I looked up the symptoms for what the symptoms are to make you want to take Xanax, like prescribe Xanax. And I Googled them and then I went to my doctor for months and just kept saying I had those symptoms.
Leaving the trail.
Leaving the trail.
Almost acting,
Yeah.
you know, putting on a show in a
Yeah.
way. All right. So
So yeah,
things are kind of status quo for you in that way for like 10 years.
Mhm.
And I imagine people around you started to notice. You said they saw this in your grade, reflected in your grades, but what did that look like when it played out amongst your family?
Well, I actually got my grades back up.
Oh.
The first semester I failed out. Then I was like, oh, okay, I can do drugs as long as my grades are good
Mhm.
because it'll trick my family. So I like figured out a system to get, I started getting straight A's again. So like if I just have good grades, they'll get off my back. But I did go to college for 7 years and I'm not a doctor. So like, I was like, I can stay in college, get good grades, they'll leave me alone.
So that was kind of part of the plan too, is to stay in college
Yes.
specifically. How did you stay in college for so long and get good grades and not get the degree?
I switched majors like 8 times.
Oh, okay.
I sound like such a terrible person.
No,
And I switched-
I think it's so I think fascinating to see where like intelligence never leaves. Just because
Yes.
you're an addict doesn't mean that you suddenly yes,
Yes.
it might look on the outset that you're projecting
Yes.
a certain thing, but you're still that smart person. It's just coming out in different ways.
Yeah.
And like clearly you did all of this while this is happening.
Yeah.
You're smart as shit, dude.
Yeah. My dad was like, oh, I think you should go to law school. And I was like, okay. And he was like, you should take the LSATs.
Did you?
I did. I chewed up like 4 Xanax before I went in and drank like 3 beers because I knew it was 4 hours long. And I was like, they're going to wear off.
Uh-huh.
And you couldn't bring anything with you. And I was like, how am I going to stay high the whole time?
Wow.
Yeah. And I did pretty well.
God damn.
So it's crazy.
All I'm hearing is Evan now at sober Evan is unstoppable, dog.
You would hope so.
Give him a problem. He
Yeah,
will
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
wriggle his
I'm
way.
unstoppable, dude. Come
Yeah.
see me in the Yoo-Hoo room tomorrow. I'm killing it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey.
That's a very
I know. Inside baseball reference.
inside baseball.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone else is like, your room sounds cute.
Yeah.
I like that
And
idea.
someone's listening like, hey, I love the Yoo-Hoo room.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay, so it is such a testament to like your intelligence throughout all this whole thing. But at what point did it feel like you didn't have the upper hand anymore? That people started to realize, you know, this was happening.
Well, I started to lose friends left and right.
Oh.
Like real friends, like
Yeah.
not drug addict friends, but like real friends.
Mhm.
Like my buddy Cooper, he's been my friend forever. Like he was like really worried about me, you know? And like one night I show up to his house, blacked out. I cussed him out at 3 a.m. Last time I hung out with him, he was like, do you remember that? I was like, I don't even remember that. I remember going to your house.
Yeah.
Like, so like he was worried about me. I had other friends that kind of stopped talking to me, which was always like red flags, you know, when they're like, hey, I can't talk to you anymore. You're a disaster. You can only be like, oh, you don't get it so many times.
Right.
What's that thing? If you think everyone's an asshole, you're the asshole. Yeah. I was starting to kind of get that happening.
Yeah.
And then I mean, a big thing for me, I was starting to feel like a massive loser, you know? I was like 27 at the time. I was like couch surfing. You know, when I was in high school, I thought I was going to be like this great success in life. And I was like, I hadn't really worked a real job. I hadn't done anything. So a lot of like hopelessness and shame were really sinking in. And then like the moment like everything changed for me was my sister's an amazing singer. She actually performed in Vegas and all over. Nice. And she was in a show and she was like, hey, I want you to come to my show in Vegas. And I was like, okay, great. And I heard hotel in Vegas. I was like, she's like, I can get you a hotel room. I was like, so, yes. But then she was like, but you can't drink. And I was like, okay.
Oh, but you can't project that to them that you're like suddenly not excited to go to this
Yeah, like
thing.
bummed out.
Yeah.
But so I went there and I was like, you know, I'm going to have one drink. I'm gonna have one drink. But the drink I decided to have was like a Long Island iced tea. It was like this big in Vegas, you know?
I mean, you're a smart man. You're figuring it out.
Figured it out.
You're a smart man.
Yeah. I guess if that's intelligence.
You give me boundaries,
Yeah.
I will work with it.
Yeah. I will figure out a loophole.
Yeah.
So I drank that drink and I was already on pills. So I completely blacked out. I went to my little sister's show and my sister had told all her friends in the show, my big brother's coming and he's sitting right there. And so I'm sitting there making a scene. Security comes, they drag me out of the show. As I'm leaving the theater in front of, 500 people, I'm like flipping people off. I'm like, fuck you can't tell what to do. That was such a mess, Holly.
I mean, I know you get this all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like meeting somebody in different stages of their life.
Yeah.
It's just such a testament to like the power of addiction can make somebody do things that is so not who they are.
Not who they are.
At all. I mean, I experienced that with my mom my whole childhood where that is what makes love still possible at the end of the day, because you look at someone and go, I know this wasn't you. I know this was something else happening and I know who your heart is, even though as the recipient, and I imagine your family and friends, it looks and feels like a choice when you don't understand it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're choosing everything over me. Therefore, this is you. But it's not. That's not you. Like that is not. I know you, and that's not you.
I know it's not anymore. It also shows the power of sobriety.
Yeah.
It shows the power of the recovery we do in sobriety to get back to our original self. Takes a lot of work. It also shows that like I think addiction's a disease.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's a disease that if you do die from it, you die alone because you've pushed everyone away. Unlike other diseases where you usually die surrounded by loved ones, addiction's the one disease where you die completely alone because you've been flipping people off, walking out of a theater, and you've been cussing people out, and you've been a monster.
Yeah. It's, I experienced that with my dad. I understand my dad died of cancer, and that's such a sympathetic thing automatically, even though he was an addict before that.
Yeah.
He died of cancer. Everyone, automatic sympathy. My mom dies from her addiction. It is such a harder pathway to get that. And I never smoked a cigarette in my life. I waited to drink until I was 21.
Oh my God. We're so different.
I mean, I'd say it's the two different positions you and I were in, whereas I was the child of it, observing it and going, well, I know what not to do.
Yeah.
And you didn't have that to look towards it as a kid.
No,
you were I mean, you're a pioneer in your field.
Yes. Yes.
In your family. The first of your kind.
I'm a trailblazer. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it is an interesting paradox where if you I think so many people can say, sometimes addiction begets addiction in families, sure. But if you don't have that representation around you, then maybe there's somebody else that's going to fill that slot.
Yeah.
Was there any other addiction present in your family?
My uncle, but he died 5 years before I was born.
Oh.
And like in terms of your pod, family secrets, when I was growing up, everyone said my uncle was murdered. My mom's brother.
That was the story that
the story was that he was murdered. And then as I got older, I realized he was a heroin addict.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they believe this story, or this was the story they concocted because that was easier somehow than telling the truth?
I'm not sure. Like if I even talk to my grandma about it now, she still says he was murdered by her by his drug dealers.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I think he probably just overdosed.
Yeah.
Because they said they found him and he was dead. But I'm like, he probably overdosed. But
I
maybe
mean,
it's easier for them to think he got murdered.
Easier to think that it wasn't an active thing happening that he could have had any control over whatsoever. Not that you can have control over addiction, but I'm sure when we know so little about addiction.
There are choices you can make.
Sure.
Yeah, you can.
You know, like getting a degree in getting a fake degree.
Getting a fake degree like I have. Arts and letters.
Arts and letters, folks. If anybody here listening knows what the arts and letters degree can be used for, Evan has it because he went to 7 years of schooling.
Please DM me and tell me.
So you're at this moment, you're at the show. Things are not going well.
No, things are not going well.
I'd say things are
going bad.
Things in Vegas? What?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk?
I'm probably not the first person who had the rock bottom in Vegas.
Yeah. Are you alone when this is going on? Did you go to Vegas by yourself?
No, I'm with my friend Brian, who was like my using buddy. Shout out Brian. What's up? He's like, don't say my name. Don't talk about me. Last name, I'll leave it off. But I think we had split up somehow. When I used to get messed up, I used to wander. I used to go take solo adventures.
Oh my gosh.
If I was at the bar with the friends, I used to slowly walk backwards and they couldn't see me and I'd vanish.
Very Homer Simpson into the bushes. Wow.
Yeah, I liked to go on solo adventures and see what would become of me.
Wow.
Yeah. I have some crazy stories about that too. We can tell them later. But I got thrown out of the show, and then I was so belligerent they threw me off the gambling floor of Vegas, which is so hard to do.
You know, I can't say that I pushed those limits. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you here getting to tell me that this is what it takes.
Yes, it takes a lot.
Wow.
And then and this is true story. So I called my dad called me and my mom, and they were like, "You're done. Like, you've embarrassed your sister." My sister was like, wouldn't answer they're all like, "You're done. Don't talk to us anymore. You're cut off. We don't want to talk to you anymore." And I was because like, that's the thing you were talking about, addiction. I loved my family so much. we're really close again, but like, I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to take them through all this stuff. And so that night I took a whole bottle of Xanax. I tried to kill myself that night. And I don't know why. It's some miracle. I woke up the next morning. It was like 18 hours later. I slept for so long and I woke up. And then I called my dad and I was like, I need help. Like, I'm hopeless. I feel like a loser. I'm ashamed. I can't stop doing this. And he was like, okay, we'll get you some help. But then like, I was drinking 3 hours later.
I know that in order to overcome an addiction, it's obviously has to come from the person. They have to finally, and for you, having your family have this like come to Jesus moment with you, being like, this is too much, buddy. We can't this, and you drink a few hours later. But for you, was that like a moment where you took that seriously, or and it was like, okay, now I really gotta fucking whip my butt into shape. Had you ever reached out for help prior to that?
No.
Okay.
Never. I thought being an addict was sick. I thought it was cool.
Sick, dude.
I was like, this is how I want to live my life.
You read it one place, addicts are sick. And you're like, addicts are sick.
Yeah, I read it wrong. Addiction is a sickness.
That arts and letters, you're like, this is where I'm having fun with these letters, baby.
My degree to use. Yeah.
So you actually did realize in that moment, okay, this is.
I mean, in that quick moment, here's the thing. Also, windows for addicts are tiny. I said, I need help. 3 hours later, I'm drinking again because my solution to everything in life was getting messed up. Like, I think another thing with addicts, I think most addicts are highly sensitive.
Yeah.
And I think that I feel things so intensely, I can't handle it. I can't be uncomfortable and I have to anesthetize,
Yes. Well, that actually makes a lot of sense to frame it like that, because you said something earlier that I resonated a lot with, which was the first time you ever did this oxy, you felt it didn't make you feel this wildly different way. It made you feel like normal and regulated.
Yeah.
And people often experience that when they are in other scenarios where it comes to their mental health too, where it's like ADHD or OCD. Yeah. They take a pill and they're suddenly faced with, oh, this is what other people feel. Or if you're someone with ADHD and you take something that for other people, it might make them go nuts and crazy or whatever. Yeah. And for you, it just regulates.
Yeah, cocaine chilled me out.
Right. And that's not what you're taught.
No.
You're not taught that drugs are going to do that to you. So how can you then immediately recognize that that's going to be a problem?
Yeah. When it's doing something so great for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So was that still present feeling for you at all, where you're just like, this is fixing something in me, or had it spun so much in a different direction that it was now less obvious that this is like regulating you?
Yeah.
Or
I don't think until I got sober, I don't think I was cognizantly aware that the reason I continued to do this thing because it was fixing me. I think like, you know, my wife's also sober. She explains addiction like a vampire to blood. It's just a compulsion. You're not thinking about it. You just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I was like, oh, this is fixing me. I think I was just like, I feel bad. This feel good. like I want this.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
This feel good.
Yeah.
Now that just made me think, are vampires? Is the lore of vampires framed around addiction?
I think it is around addiction.
Everyone at home is like, yeah, Holly.
Duh.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
But that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And okay.
So I wasn't aware. And then I started drinking that same day. But that had started the process of my parents setting up an intervention for me.
Okay.
Because they were like, he needs help. He says he needs help. And I was probably pretty close to dying, you know. Like I just tried to kill myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I probably almost died many a night. You know, I used to drive, I think it's been past 10 years. I used to drive drunk all the time. You know, I used to fall asleep while driving and just run into parked cars. And my friends would be like, you have to stop taking pills and driving. And I was like, it's not the pills, it's my seat warmer. And my car is too cozy. It makes me sleepy.
I mean,
like
the mental hoops of justifications. Yeah. You're just like, you idiots. Why would it be the pills? Yeah. Have you felt my seat? Have you felt the warmth of a warm hug under your butthole? Yeah. It's incredible.
It makes anyone sleepy. So then I would drive drunk with like the windows rolled down, the AC blasting. Yeah. And then I created my own song to drive drunk to.
To keep yourself awake.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I do. Oh, of course I do.
It was green light means go, red light means stop, yellow light means slow down, stay between the lines. And I would sing that as I drove.
Evan, wow.
But I was like, I'm doing great.
I mean, yeah, you're constantly beating the odds. I mean, it's constant problem solving.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're sitting back and going, like, letting the world hit you.
No.
You are literally proactively doing things nonstop. And that's got to be confusing when you're in these scenarios to be like, I should stop this stuff where I'm constantly solving problems.
Yeah, I was like, driving drunk isn't bad, but falling asleep and wrecking your car is bad.
Right.
Where's the middle line of those two?
It's in the road, my friend.
In the road.
And that's where you were.
In the road, yes. Yeah. One time I took mushrooms and I drove and I was like, just stay on the river.
What do you mean stay on the river?
The road was like a river. Just stay on the river.
Stay on the river, guys. Don't worry.
Yes.
Everyone, you're like, my passengers, we're good. We're staying on the river.
We're on the river.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're at this moment.
Okay,
Parents are here to intervene.
Yes.
But it isn't just your parents, right? Because there's an intervention happening and somebody's guiding that intervention.
Yes.
I do remember, because you have a joke about this that's so funny.
Yeah.
You described how you looked in the joke.
Okay.
And I got it. Yeah. You came today and you were dressed up for the podcast in the most amazing way. Ninja Turtle shirt, earrings, denim.
Put the 90s earrings
you did have the collar flipped up and we all were like, oh, somehow too far.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, this is a part of you where it's like appearances also matter when it comes to addiction.
Yeah.
You got to present a certain way, or sometimes you're so far off that you're just like, this is what I think looks good.
Yes.
And what did that look like for you?
What it looked like for me was wearing do-rags and jerseys.
So you, Evan.
Yeah. It's very embarrassing.
And so it was almost like a costume of yours that was repeatable? Do-rags and jerseys?
Yeah, I went through a phase with do-rags and jerseys. Absolutely.
Wow. I can't imagine my friend here sitting with earrings on and looking so perfectly nice.
Yes, come on.
Do-rags and jerseys. And then you walk into your intervention.
Yeah, so I walk in. I see my mom and dad sitting there and 12 of their white friends. And I knew it was serious because there was no charcuterie board. This was different. And then, and I'm like, and then out of the back room comes Jeff VanVonderen.
Who, if people don't know.
Okay, Jeff VanVonderen was the celebrity host of the reality show Intervention.
Oh my God.
And I loved that show.
So you recognized him
immediately? Oh my God. I used to watch that show. Which is also funny for a drug addict to watch Intervention.
I wonder, is that common?
I don't know.
My mom did the same. We watched Celebrity Rehab. We watched all those kinds of shows together.
I wonder. I used to always, I used to also always watch the movie Blow. Remember the movie with Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
But what's funny is I would always stop the movie before he went to jail. So I just
create your own ending.
Yeah, I would just watch the cool parts, which is a really good analogy for addiction.
Yes.
The denial of where it's going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also watching something play out that where somebody else doing it, it's probably easier to go, I'm not like that.
Yeah, I'm not a loser.
I'm not
like that
doing
guy.
that.
Yeah.
I have a song.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't have a song.
Yeah. Where's his do-rag?
But yeah, he's living his life with sleeves.
Yeah.
Where is his jersey?
Does he have an arts and letters degree? I don't think so.
I don't fucking think so. I'm
Loser.
out of here, Jeff
Yeah.
VanVonderen. So
yeah, I see Jeff VanVonderen, and then I'm like,
oh my God.
and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and I'm so dumb and drugged out. I was like, oh my God, Jeff, I love your show. What are you doing here?
Mhm.
Like, can I have your autograph?
Like, surely they're going to bring out the charcuterie
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
for
now's the time.
Jeff.
Now's
Yeah.
the time.
Everyone's
Mom,
here.
get the Gouda. What's happening? So he's like, no, Evan, we're here for your intervention. I remember I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna be on TV.
That's what you really thought.
That's
Because
what-
I was so curious. Like,
yeah.
did his presence make the situation feel more serious, more surreal?
So surreal,
Yeah.
so surreal, so serious too. Like it's all, like everything's crashing down. And he's like, oh, there's no cameras here. Your parents just hired me, which is like, I've had so many thoughts about this. One, it's like really sad
Mhm.
that my sweet Christian Midwest parents are probably watching intervention one day and they're like, maybe that guy can save our son.
Mhm.
And they somehow got a hold of him. They somehow got his number.
Perseverance to help you, though.
Yeah. And they
I mean,
called him.
That's a lot of love
Yeah. It's
to be like, this is what's presented to us as an
Yeah,
expert in
yeah.
this field. We're
Mhm.
going to get the best because
The
he
best.
deserves the best.
and it also shows how my parents never drink.
Mhm.
They know nothing about addiction.
True.
So they just went for the guy on TV.
Well, I don't think I talked about this on season 1. I did the same thing, actually.
Oh, really?
I wasn't as successful as your parents in landing the public figure.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I was so desperate for help for my mom. I wrote countless letters to Dr. Phil.
Oh,
So
aw,
I
that's so
know
sad.
it's like a child
That's
doing
so-
that. I
that's so
know.
sad.
I'm not. Listen, we're okay.
Yeah.
But it is. I totally understand that line of thought to be like, this person. I've seen. You hear about addiction, but
Mhm.
if you're not in a world, which not many people are in a world surrounded by it.
Yeah.
That's your connection to it
Yeah.
of success
Yeah.
of how to get out of it. It's a TV
Yeah.
show. So I did the same
Did
thing.
Dr. Phil write you back?
No, that southern son of a bitch. Ugh, what the fuck?
God.
I should have reached out to Ellen and she would have pitched me out, but maybe she'd have responded at least.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Dr. Phil didn't end up reaching out, but your parents successfully contacted this guy.
Yeah. I don't know how.
And
I should ask them how they did that.
Yeah.
I still haven't asked.
I'm like, was there just like a call this number
Yeah.
for Jeff on?
I know they paid him a lot of money.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
no cameras involved. He's just there to help a
Just
guy.
there to help. Yeah.
So walk me through what it was like to experience this amongst people, because it's
Yeah.
a very unique intervention scenario.
So then he's like, let's start the intervention. And then part of the intervention process is you read like your letter. I don't know if you've seen it on the show,
Yeah.
but so my dad's like, starts reading me this really sweet letter about he misses when I was the all-star athlete and the straight A student, all the stuff we talked about in the beginning. He's like, and you were the other thing, he was like, you were so kind. Like by this point in my life, I was so angry and hopeless feeling.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, addicts, and I think a lot of times men, I think when you feel sad, you mask it with anger.
Absolutely.
I think sadness and hopelessness is a very powerless emotion.
Mhm.
Anger is a very powerful emotion.
Yeah.
And I think it feels better to be angry than it feels to go, I'm a loser.
And that reminded me of what you said, another thing I connected to, which is, experiencing big emotions too.
Yes.
Like maybe you're already naturally predisposed to experience having high sensitivity to things, which is more difficult to self-regulate if that is
Yes.
your predilection.
Yeah,
And so, but anger is an easier emotion to get to.
totally.
So if you're overwhelmed, let me just go to anger because I'm mad about being overwhelmed
Yeah.
because of my emotions.
Yeah.
So you're angry.
I'm angry. My dad starts reading me this letter and I'm like, thought I was a tough drug addict dude. So I
You
was
got
like,
that do-rag on and
yeah.
that jersey on.
and he's like, you got to go to rehab. And I was like, fuck you, homie. You don't know me. And like spit on my dad's letter. Just so sad.
You just casually used the words like homie?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I grew up on a fucking golf course. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know why I thought I was so tough. I'm so not tough.
You are
Yeah,
tough. You were
no.
so fucking tough.
No, not tough.
You're much tougher than a lot of people that act tough.
No. So
you said you spit.
I spit on his letter, and then my
Wow.
mom immediately starts crying.
Yeah.
And then Jeff VanVonderen was like, "This kid's hopeless. Let's get out of here."
Really?
That's what he said. I know. But
Jeff, you were paid money.
he paid money, and I think this was his strategy though, because
Mm.
it like hurt so bad because I had felt hopeless for a really long time. But to have like my celebrity crush say it to me, I was like, oh, it hurt. So I got so enraged, I attacked Jeff VanVonderen.
What?
Yeah, and I rushed him, and I tried to punch him in the head, but he like dodged it, and my hand hit the wall,
Mhm.
and I dislocated this bone in my hand.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like a real tough drug addict, I fell to the ground and started crying for my mom.
Mhm.
I was like, I need help. And they're like, we go to rehab, and I was like, I'll go.
Mhm.
And then I went to, and they took me to an emergency room that had a detox in it. So I went down, I got my hand fixed,
Mhm.
and then I went to detox. But I still snuck 20 Xanax into the detox in my cast.
You are nothing
in my
if not
in my cast.
too smart for your own goddamn good. In
Yeah.
your cats, oh my god.
In my cast, I snuck.
Hey,
yeah.
listen, kids everywhere sneak stuff into Coachella all the time.
Yeah.
So, note to kids everywhere.
Detox was my Coachella.
Yeah. So you are in this scenario that you are in rehab for the first time.
Yeah, I've only been in rehab once.
Yeah.
One and done. And now I've been sober almost 14 years.
That's huge, dude.
Yeah, I'll be 14 August 22nd.
That is incredible. I mean, I
Yeah.
know that it's common for, obstacles to come up in these scenarios. The fact
Yeah.
that you've been able to maintain that, what do you think that attributes to when it comes to this moment of revelation? Did your family, was there anything where you're just like, I have like a really good support system?
Yeah.
And does that make it easier? I think it's rare to hear people that don't
Yeah.
have relapses pretty quickly after.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, like, how you think you were able to navigate that.
I have so many thoughts on this. One is grace.
Mhm.
I think it's a gift. And I think we should respect our gifts.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people in this world who would love to get sober and they've just never had the chance. And I think if you are sober, you should respect those people who didn't make it.
Mhm.
I think it's like behooving of you to like, is behooving a word?
It sounds like a Whoville word.
Yeah. I think you should respect those people that didn't make it. And I have a lot of
Yeah.
friends who have died of alcoholism and addiction. So I want to carry this for them as well.
Yeah.
I also think it's like, I think the window to sobriety is so small. And I remember my old self, and I remember how I used to think, and I'm terrified of going back there.
Mhm.
And so a big part of my sobriety is this healthy fear of how I used to be, and thinking if I were to pick up drugs again, I don't know if I could get back to who I am now again.
Yeah.
It's not a one-to-one. It's not a clear path. It's not a.
It says so much about how much you like yourself now.
I do. I
You're
like myself a lot
I don't want
now.
to lose this guy. He's fun to hang out with.
And I'm so happy now.
And you're doing so much new stuff
Yeah.
too. Like
yeah.
the ability to constantly surprise yourself in
Mhm.
positive ways has
Yeah.
to be such a difference than from the addiction where you're surprising yourself in all these
Yeah.
very different scenarios.
Well, I think addicts are addicted to chaos.
Mhm.
And I had a friend the other day call me, and he was like, I don't know if I want to be sober anymore. My life feels so boring. And I was like, then create some productive chaos.
Have you done that yourself?
Yeah, of course. Stand up is productive chaos.
Oh, for sure.
My Sweaty Set show is chaos.
Yes.
Um,
I would dare I say you're combining two like very physical, chaotic, energy-driven
Yeah.
things that makes a
Mhm.
lot of sense now knowing this entire story.
Yeah.
Why you just were like, let's combine something that's total physical exertion
Yes.
with total mental
And
exertion.
let's smash them together
Yeah.
and see what happens. Yeah, I love chaos.
Mhm.
I don't like feeling bored, and I don't think many addicts do. I also work with a lot of addicts, and I'm also work with a lot of comics. So I'm with a lot of mentally ill people all the time.
Yeah, you are.
And I fucking love mentally ill people. I do so much. I feel like I get mentally ill people. I'm mentally ill. Come on.
We all are a little screwed.
Yeah.
Millennials are fucked.
Yeah.
But I mean, how have you? You mentioned like the finding a way to regulate these bigger emotions.
Mhm,
It's not like they
mhm.
go away.
No.
So what does that look like for you on a day-to-day basis?
I feel like I've realized, okay, I now have a core belief that like nothing is wasted.
Mhm.
I think all of our emotions were given to us for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't think bad emotions are bad anymore. I think there's a tool to teach us something. So I don't think there's something to be run from. I see emotions as like, I feel like we're out to sea.
Mhm.
And our compass in life is our emotions. And if I am anesthetizing, if I'm numbing my emotions, I don't know where I'm at in the ocean. You know, if I'm pilled out and I'm in a bad relationship, I'm not feeling how bad the relationship is. I'm going to stay in it forever. If I'm high every day, I might be at a job I hate. I don't feel uncomfortable ever. I'm numb. So I stay in this job. Like without drugs and alcohol in my system, I have to meet life where it's at, and I have to adapt in real time because I can no longer sit in a bad situation for me because I feel it instantly. I know when something's wrong for me now, and I have to just take it on. And I also like, yeah, I mean, like, okay, like my dog just died.
Yeah.
My little buddy, best friend in the whole world. Shout out Rufio. I had him for almost 19 years. He was a soldier.
So through a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. So Roof passed away, and I was so sad. Like I was like, I had so much grief. But I never thought about getting high or drunk because one, I know Rufio wouldn't want me to do that. And two, I know that feeling deep sadness for him is a way of honoring him. It's a way of staying close to him. If I was just to numb my grief, I'm like robbing these memories of him and this closeness to him. When I think of him, I feel sad, but it's almost good because it's keeping me close to him. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I'm sobbing. No, it makes no sense. I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because and the way that you're framing that is like, oh yeah, maybe I'm still the very sensitive person that I always was. But that sensitivity allows you to see that other side so beautifully where you say something like, yeah, I might be able to numb myself in this relationship that's bad for me. But if I numb myself, I'll never get out of said relationship.
Yes.
Like what a spin to put on something that you're capable of doing so quickly now.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah.
You know, sober or not.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, people that have never dealt with addiction, I think struggle with something like that. So that's such a healthy piece of advice for anybody like struggling with, you know, cynicism or big emotions or anything. It's like, how do you channel that?
Yeah.
You are honoring the shit out of Rufio.
Yeah, that's my homie, dude. He's the best.
And
he's the best homie.
Big emotions somehow bring us shame. I don't know why. Like, you know, because confrontation, communication, sometimes it really scares the shit out of people to confront your big emotions. And then you looked at like a problem for creating said emotion in the first place and blah, blah, blah. But I think without like creating this confrontation of emotion, you'll never be able to get to these places that you are. Like people that have never experienced this kind of hardship probably think they're okay because they've never had the conflict. So therefore they're fine.
Yeah.
You know, but like, what are you doing when you do inevitably have that big pivotal moment of high intense emotion? You've created systems in order to navigate that a lot of people could listen and learn from.
Yeah. Do you have any?
What?
Any systems to deal with big emotions?
I do. I will say I struggle with them when I'm really stressed out. When I have a lot of shit happening at once, and I'm working multiple jobs, and time to me is my greatest asset to deal with my big emotions. When I know that I have time to regulate.
Yeah.
But I have ADHD too, and time is like my biggest enemy. I'm constantly freaking out about it because all I do is think about the future, and I never live in the present.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I do is like, when I have the ability to know, okay, Holly, you have an hour. You don't have to freak out because you have an hour. When I don't have that hour, I struggle and I don't quite have the tools.
Yeah.
I'll admit, my husband at home is like, yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't have
He's
tools.
He's like, hey, man.
Evan, help her, please.
Thank you.
Please, Evan. He's begging. He's praying to God.
He's listening. He's like, talk about how to treat ADHD, Evan, now.
I think I still struggle with the
lists.
Lists? Do they help you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do they help you?
They do, but sometimes I have to figure out, like, I don't know how to make the list. I'll look at the list I just made and be like, fuck you, you piece of shit list.
Can I get a list for making a list?
Yeah. Tell me the steps to make a list. I definitely struggle to regulate my emotions a lot. When I have a sense of calm in life, like, Yeah, I'd say the podcast brought up a lot of dysregulation.
You dealt
of
with some
emotion.
hard stuff. Oh my gosh.
Revisiting a lot of hard stuff for me
Yeah.
threw that a wrench into all of that.
Mhm.
Has that ever happened for you in disrupting your patterns and your routines that you've been able to establish when you are going back and revisiting these spaces?
Okay. I think revisiting my old darkness now feels good because I'm usually only accessing it to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting with another addict who's like, I can't get sober. And I'm like, hey, listen to these stories of my life.
Mhm.
And they're like, wow, you were a really bad drug addict. I'm like, yeah. And now look at my life now. And they're like, okay, maybe I can do that too. Or like I interventioned a loved one. I won't say who just for anonymity, but they were sitting there and they were very sick, like throwing up. And they were like, I'm so embarrassed that you're seeing me like this. And I was like, why? I've been there. Don't be embarrassed in front of me. I've been puking on the side of a bed. I'm no better than you.
Yeah.
I've just done some things that you can also do to get to where I am now. And they're accessible to anybody. And they were like, okay, I'll go. Like it was that moment of me sharing with them, don't be embarrassed in front of me. Who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I'm a drug addict. I'm a gnarly drug addict just like you.
There's no superiority.
There's no superiority.
You're meeting somebody exactly where they are.
Yeah.
And that maybe that's like your people pleasiness coming into play in a
In a
very
good way,
healthy
yeah.
way where you're
Yeah.
like, I know how to get to something that's going to help
Yeah.
you. And it's through actually meeting you exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Not trying to like please. It's like you're flipping that thing that was at one point led you down a dark path on its head.
I think the good side of every people pleaser is people pleasers love people.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love people so much.
You are like a dog, my friend.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Bring out the
people.
treats.
Yeah. So if I can love people in a way that doesn't harm myself, that's good.
Yeah.
If it's not too much.
Well, before we get into the mini game, I'm curious how your relationship.
Mini game.
Yeah.
Woo.
Mini game. Your relationship with your family. You know.
So good now.
That it sounded like at the start you always had this like intense amount of
Mhm.
love with everybody,
hmm
and after the intervention, what did that look like, and where you guys are now?
I mean, right after the intervention, they were obviously, I went to rehab and they were obviously, cautious.
Mhm.
I remember after like a month of being in rehab, I was like talking to my counselor and I was like, my family still doesn't trust me and And he was like, hey man, you got high for 10 years. You walk 10 miles in the forest, you got to walk 10 miles back out. You can't, it's not a quick, and I was like, it was all these little sayings. And it's true. I was like, he's like, how many times did you tell them you were better when you weren't? He's like, you can't tell them you're better. You have to show them you're better.
Mhm.
And so showing them I was better was really great. And yeah, we're super close now. I love my family so much. And like, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
My favorite story about this is when I was like 6 months sober, my sister got married.
Mhm.
And she, at the rehearsal dinner, she went around and she thanked everyone for coming and for my mom and dad for paying for whatever the wedding and blah, blah. And then the last person she thanked was me. She came and stood by me with her little microphone. And she was like, and the last person I want to thank for being here is my big brother. I didn't think you were going to make it. And I didn't think you were going to be here. And I was just like sobbing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
I mean, and you're so present in the moment at that point.
yeah, just like
in a way that
overjoyed.
you weren't able to be prior. That's like, oh, you can access all the positive feelings.
Yes.
The intense feelings can be hard to deal with, but they're also
Mhm.
intensely positive.
Intensely. And so that's another thing about sobriety, like, being uncomfortable, having to sit through discomfort, having to do a lot of work on yourself. I think you're asked a lot to stay sober, but I think that one moment like that is worth all of it. And I have countless moments that are just like that.
Dude,
So
you're gonna make me cry. You got to get out of here. I'm like, this is so fucking beautiful.
you're like, I thought you were a comic.
What the
What are you
hell?
doing?
I thought you said you like mentally ill people, and here you are being the healthiest person I've ever met.
I thought you were funny.
I thought you were funny. Fuck. Do I have to get like? So I need more help.
I need to make lists.
That's all I do. I have my computer here this whole time. It's just me making lists of things that you're saying. Okay, now Evan said to make a list about this. Does your family? I feel like there's still like, and it'll be a thing forever until it isn't. Addiction is so misunderstood, and I feel like a lot of people don't actually put in the work to understand addiction around their loved ones.
Yes.
And we see that play out in so many ways. We see that play out in real life when we're like chastising the unhoused and things like that. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is not, why are we suddenly so cruel to this just because you've chosen not to understand this thing? And it does take effort on the loved one's part to do the research and understand the behaviors behind that. And is that something that, you know, your family had to do and they understand addiction in a way that, you know, probably never would have happened if this didn't enter their lives?
I think first, I honestly think my dad said Jeff VanVonderen, part of the intervention process is he met with them and explained. So I think that was really helpful to them. I think all my experience in it has helped them a lot. And I have so many sober homies. So I think they got a lot more from that as well. I mean, my wife's sober. My wife got 21 years sober like yesterday, 2 days ago. It's insane. So long.
And
so she got sober when she was 20. She's not 85, I promise. But if she was, it'd be okay.
That would be so funny of a reveal if you waited to say like, oh yeah, I'm married to a woman that like, she just got her license revoked. She's 89.
Yeah. No, she's the hottest.
We're just like, Evan, wait, we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
Your wife is so fucking cool.
She's so cool.
She's so cool. And also such a sign of all the things you talked about. Like, look at what you have now.
Yeah.
Dude, you have a hot, cool, fun best friend. You are so in love. It's so obvious to everybody that sees you guys.
Yeah, she's the best.
And just like the hard work that you put in got you one of the greatest things that anyone in life ever gets. Like, kudos, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you're a guy out there and you want to meet a great woman, be a great guy. I work with, newly sober people. And I had this one guy, he was like, I want to meet a girl who like hikes and like is really fit and like is really smart and like, reads a lot of books and da-da-da. And I was like, cool. Do you do those things? And he was like, well, no. And I was like, then how the fuck are you going to meet her? What are you talking about?
Don't wait for it to happen to you. Do the thing. And you'll get a life like Evan has now where I observe it all the time online and I get to see how happy you are and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you.
And times get tough, but there's tools out there to get through anything. If you got to pick them up though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to Jeff VanVonderen?
Dude, Jeff, you saved my life.
That is.
Yeah, I still want an autograph.
Yeah.
I never got it.
Got the autograph?
No.
Shit.
No, it wasn't the time.
You two will have a nice time over cheese one day. The cheese you never had.
Yes.
Like Jeff, some soft cheeses.
A nice brie.
I know. It's clearly. Is brie your thing?
I wonder what my favorite cheese is.
Yeah, that's my final question. What is your favorite cheese? I have a list of cheeses that I've been able.
The widest question ever. The widest podcast ever.
What is your favorite cheese?
What's your favorite cheese and what's your favorite hiking trail?
And what does it say about your astrology sign?
Yeah.
Let me guess your astrology sign based off your favorite cheese.
Go.
All right, Evan. Let's wrap this up by kind of walking into another little land that we can start laughing about our fucked up families in again. Because right now what I want to do with you is play a little mini game where we create a fucked up family sitcom of your own.
Okay.
Listen, we talked about how cool your wife is.
Yeah.
She might not be in this sitcom with you.
Okay.
So this is another Evan in a wild, fantastical world.
Okay.
And how we're going to do this is similar to what I did in the first season where I created my own sitcom family. But this time we're going to see what fate has in store for you. So as we know, sitcoms are built on tropes of people. So I'm going to give you a bunch of tropes to choose from that sitcoms really have, and then also that exist in our millennial pop culture references. Okay. So don't overthink what I'm about to say. Just pick one of the two answers I give you.
I'm nervous.
There is a punishment at the end. No, there's no punishment. After you choose your tropes, I will reveal your actual answers in a TV guide description of your very own unhinged sitcom.
Okay.
So we're starting with your sitcom spouse.
Okay.
Do you want a sitcom spouse who's the tragic hero of the story who will leave you in tears but melt your heart?
Okay.
Or do you want a passionate off and on lover?
That one. That sounds more fun.
Not even a fucking
Fun.
millisecond.
That sounds fun. Sounds exciting.
For your sitcom job, do you want to have a career in crime, you bad boy, or a career in hospitality?
Crime. Come on.
I'm not trying to lead him here.
A drug addict. What are we talking about? Hospitality.
How dare. Sitcom pet. Gotta have a sitcom pet. Do you want one that's an energetic, free spirit or an athletic, fuzzy, unbothered queen?
Free spirit.
Free spirit. Okay.
I'm just thinking about Rufio.
Oh, there we go. See? in every way. We're always honoring Rufia.
Of course.
Sitcom hangout. Every sitcom has a classic hangout. Do you want to go somewhere shopping or somewhere amongst nature?
Oh man, I don't really like either. No, just kidding. I'll go nature.
I don't really like either. Two very calming, normal things. And then lastly, because my sitcom revolves around Big Fat Family Secret, yours is going to have a secret too.
Okay.
And that's the twist that the audience gets. So do you want your secret to revolve around an unexpected guest moving in or somebody in this story living a double life?
Ooh, let's go double life.
I knew you were going to pick double life already. So we're going to read you your fucked up family sitcom.
Okay.
With the star, Evan. Okay. Every week, Evan from Wichita tries to survive life with their spouse, Carmen Sandiego. A job as the third wet bandit, and the daily chaos caused by their beloved pet, the cartoon monkey from Lisa Frank drawings. And find time to hang out in a van down by the river.
Great.
But there's one thing we are about to find out. Are you ready, audience? Evan is living a double life as a normal student by day, but a teen pop star named Randy Rancho Cucamonga by night.
Okay. Let's go.
That is your fucked up family sitcom. It's pretty nuts. You have a double life. You're married to Carmen Sandiego, and you're in a van down by the river.
Man, so I must have found her first.
Well, yeah. She's a woman on the go, so you need that van down by the river.
Yeah,
you know
chase her
what I
down. Yeah.
And you are also Randy Rancho Cucamonga.
When you were reading that, I was like, did I relapse? I was like, come on. I don't think I'm sober anymore. What's happening?
This is a psychotic-inducing sitcom plot that we've just introduced to the world.
Great.
But like you said, you love chaos. So there we go.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
and
you.
Exploring what it's like to live the themes that we all deal with in life that sometimes feel insane. You have these moments in life that feel stranger than fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a person from a TV show coming out from that TV show.
Let's go.
To be a part of your life in some dramatic, life-changing way.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for sharing that story with us.
Yeah, of course.
And I want to tell the people where to find you again. What incredible stuff that you're doing in your life, like Sweaty Sets.
Yes.
So if you want to tell everybody about that briefly.
I have a show where I train hilarious comics in the gym, and the more I laugh, the cheaper their session is. So they're paying for their session in jokes and in laughs. And it's called Sweaty Sets. It's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube, Shorts.
It's amazing. You're going to get a lot of hot takes on gym culture.
Yes, a lot of hot takes on gym culture. Yes.
Very relatable.
Yes, like my friend Anastasia's take was that all personal trainers are just gym bros, not interesting enough to have a podcast.
How apropos.
Yeah, now I'm on a podcast. Anastasia in the face. Yeah.
You're not hosting it though.
Yeah, I'm not. I know.
And then you also are a comedian that performs all over LA. You're such an active member of the stand-up community.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can go to my Instagram. I am Evan Ayers, and I post all my shows on there. We are doing a Sweaty Sets live on September 19th.
Perfect.
At West LA Athletics.
Okay.
We sold out the last one. It was a hit. So come to West LA Athletics on September 19th and see Sweaty Sets live.
And follow for more.
Follow for more.
For more Sweaty Sets.
We're going to have Audrey Stewart's on it. Great comic. Harper Rose Drummond's on it.
Oh my God.
Justin Foster's on it.
Chaos meets the gym. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of fun comics on there. So.
All right, Evan. Thank you so much for being here and sharing so much with us today. We're really grateful.
Everybody Knows But Me is a production of Companion and Next Chapter podcasts. This episode was written by me, Holly Brown. Make sure you follow Evan at I Am Evan Ayers and his hilarious viral show at Sweaty Sets Show on Instagram, and check out their dates for live shows as well. Our lead producer, editor, music supervisor, and sound designer is Pete Musto. Our associate producer is Ilana Nevins. Our video editor is Alex Musto. Our original theme music is by Kyle Murdock. Our show artwork was created by Aaron Hill. Our executive producers are Jeremiah Tittle and me, Holly Brown. New episodes of Everybody Knows But Me come out every Wednesday. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, youtube.com/@everybodyknowspodcast, or wherever you get great content like ours. Do you have a story of family secrets or darkly funny drama that you want to share? We want to hear it! Email us at everybodyknowspod@gmail.com and make sure you leave us a rating, review, or drop a comment telling us what you like about the show. Follow me at Holly Brown Comedy on all social media and at Everybody Knows But Me on Instagram. And come back next week to hear more of the stories we tell ourselves to survive.